Frank Jr. And it really is, it doesn't matter what you do, any other film, it will.
Before he became the quirky, lovable brother of Phoebe Buffay on Friends, Giovanni Ribisi was already carving out a place in Hollywood. But what happened after the cameras stopped rolling? How did this child actor transform into one of the most versatile stars of his generation? Get ready to dive into the fascinating journey of the man behind Frank Buffay Jr., the story that goes far beyond Central Perk. When the legendary TV show Friends comes to mind, other than Jennifer Aniston, Courtney Cox, and Matthew Perry, the name Giovanni Ribisi may not be immediately remembered. However, for true fans of the show, those who pay close attention to every eccentric character who passes through Central Perk, there is another name, Giovanni Ribisi. Best known for his indelible turn as Frank Buffay Jr., Phoebe Buffay's wacky and lovable half-brother, Ribisi added the most peculiar yet magical flair to the Friends character lineup. Whether bonding awkwardly with Phoebe over their love for family or nervously preparing to become a teenage father of triplets, Ribisi made Frank Jr. unforgettable. Though his character wasn't a central figure in the series, it certainly left a lot to remember. However, Ribisi's career spans far beyond Friends. From critical successes to crowd pleasers, Giovanni Ribisi has proven time and time again that he is so much more than just Phoebe Buffay's strange brother. Ribisi was born into a family deeply entrenched in the world of entertainment. His mother was a successful talent manager, and his twin sister is actress Marissa Ribisi. This undoubtedly exposed Giovanni to Hollywood early in his life. But what's unique is that most child actors can't transition into adult roles the way Ribisi did, finding a place and becoming one of the most versatile and complete actors of his generation. He appeared in such features as Saving Private Ryan, where he played the wrenching part of Medic Wade, and Boiler Room, in which he was the hero caught in the seedy business of illegal stock market trading. He has often shone brightly in his projects, and his impressive body of work reminds the public time and again that Ribisi is an actor to be reckoned with. Not so long ago, Ribisi ventured beyond acting. He dabbled in other creative areas like directing and producing. His love for storytelling didn't stop in front of the camera, and he became involved in some projects behind it, showcasing his vision and creativity. While having a successful career in acting, Ribisi has managed to keep a relatively low profile in Tinseltown, low-key and not one to toot his own horn. He just does his thing. In this way, he's able to maintain a sort of anonymity, even as his work continues to receive acclaim. This doesn't mean Ribisi has been immune to hardship in his life. Like many actors in the business, he's had to weather the ups and downs of Hollywood, balancing the demands of a career with his personal life. So, what happened to Giovanni Ribisi after Friends, and what is he up to now? In this video, we delve deeper into the life and career of Giovanni Ribisi, from his breakout in TV sitcoms to Hollywood blockbuster hits and everything in between. We'll explore the defining roles of his career, the challenges that hit him hard, and what comes next for this very gifted actor. Whether you're a lifelong fan or someone just newly acquainted with the man, let me introduce you to the fascinating life of Giovanni Ribisi, an actor who is so much more than just Phoebe Buffay's brother. Early life. Giovanni Ribisi was born into a world of splendor and glory in Hollywood, not just as an imagined dream, but as a reality he experienced every day. Born in Los Angeles, California on December 17th, 1974, Giovanni Ribisi was exposed early to the entertainment industry. With this kind of exposure came the readiness to take on anything. His family also had deep roots in Hollywood, which would shape his future as much as the environment itself shaped him. Temperature gauge here, Ribisi's family unit was not just involved in the entertainment business, they were deeply embedded in it. His mother, Gay Ribisi, was a powerful figure in the industry, a person of much importance and influence as a talent manager. Her influence on Giovanni's career was significant. She wasn't just shaping the careers of other future actors, but also developing her own children's talents. Giovanni wasn't the only family member drawn to the limelight. His twin sister, Marissa Ribisi, became an actress as well. Unlike her brother, Marissa acted in films like Dazed and Confused and Pleasantville, two movies that firmly positioned members of the Ribisi clan within the bounds of Hollywood. Giovanni came to know the film industry from the inside. Unlike most children, who would only see the finished, polished product on screen, Giovanni saw the toil, hard work, dedication, and sometimes struggle behind the scenes. This was because his mother was a talent manager, and as such brought him into frequent contact with actors, directors, and other players in the creative industry. That early experience gave him a much deeper appreciation for what it meant to be part of Hollywood, both the good and the bad. It became clear from a very early age that Giovanni Ribisi wasn't going to be content just watching other people live out their lives before the camera. He was destined to step in front of the lens himself. In large part, his family's connections and early exposure to the industry drove him to get involved. While other children might see the movie world as foreign and unattainable, for Ribisi, acting appeared to be the only logical career. His home buzzed with talk of scripts, auditions, and Hollywood deal-making. This gave him a head start in understanding the intricacies of show business. Ribisi was in the right place at the right time early in his acting career. Growing up in Los Angeles, the entertainment capital of the world, meant opportunities were always around the corner. Giovanni once said, "Whether it was going with my mother to industry events or watching my sister work, I was always in the middle of something exciting, surrounded by the hustle and bustle." Ribisi became increasingly familiar with the business, fueling his desire to act. While many aspiring actors struggled to get their break, Ribisi was well-connected and well-prepared for his future. His early television roles largely came as a result of the foundation his family laid for him and the knowledge he gained from seeing the industry mechanisms up close. However, it's important to note that while his family connections may have opened the doors, it was Ribisi's talent and dedication that allowed him to walk through them. The influence of the Ribisi family didn't just stop at providing opportunities, they also instilled in Giovanni a strong work ethic and a great appreciation for acting. As a manager, his mother acted as Giovanni's first advocate, but also his first critic. She knew how to care for him in a way that satisfied the industry's demands. This was invaluable guidance as Giovanni began taking on more challenging roles. Being a twin to Giovanni, Marissa's career as an actress made early life somewhat peculiar for her brother. Her triumphs and letdowns as an actress became Giovanni's, and there was much for him to learn. They resonated with each other, encouraging one another and fostering a healthy competition that pushed them to excel. This sibling relationship likely had a great deal of influence on shaping Giovanni as an actor, giving him first-hand experience of the ups and downs of the profession. For Giovanni Ribisi, acting wasn't just a choice, it was almost predestined. His early life was steeped in the entertainment industry, making acting seem like choreography. While his family connections were strong in the field, Ribisi's raw talent, inquisitive mind, and curiosity drove him deeper into the craft. Right from the beginning, it was apparent that Giovanni Ribisi was no ordinary child actor. The peculiarities of his environment and genealogy seemed to cast a bright cloak around his talent. As he transitioned from small television parts to more purposeful roles, the influence of his early life and family remained constant, guiding him through the darker, more complex streets of Hollywood and keeping him out of trouble on the perilous path from child actor to star. Giovanni Ribisi's early life shows how a good foundation, augmented by talent and hard work, can be a stepping stone to success in the unpredictable world of Hollywood. His life story, from being a boy raised in the heart of the entertainment industry to becoming one of its most respected actors, is a tale flickering with passion, dedication, and the powerful influence of family, the first step into the world of entertainment. When Giovanni Ribisi first stepped into the world of acting, Hollywood was still adjusting to the idea of child actors becoming serious, long-term talents. Born into a family with deep roots in the entertainment industry, it was almost inevitable that Ribisi would find his way to the camera. Yet even with this early exposure, his journey was far from easy. Giovanni Ribisi started his career quite early, and it was in the mid-1980s that he made his television debut. With somewhat chubby cheeks and an obvious natural talent for acting, he quickly became a familiar face through many different TV shows. One of his early roles was in the new Leave It to Beaver in 1985, in which he made a guest appearance, attempting to recapture the nostalgia of the classic 1950s sitcom. Though minor, this role helped the young actor get on the radar of casting directors. He landed a more significant role towards the end of the 1980s in the popular show My Two Dads as Corey Kupkas. Ribisi portrayed the role of the young companion to the wide-eyed central characters of the show, serving as a cornerstone in his young professional acting career. My Two Dads was a light, and frothy sitcom. But it allowed Ribisi to work on a regularly produced TV show and to hone his acting skills in front of a live audience. The live taping environment requires actors to stay sharp and perform at a high level. One of the most well-drawn aspects of The Wonder Years was its characterization of the growing pains of adolescence, to which Ribisi contributed. He seamlessly melted into the bittersweet mood of the show, portraying awkwardness and innocence in a genuine way, though his characters were minor. These roles provided Ribisi with the opportunities he needed to shape his early career by playing a wide variety of characters and learning the finer points of acting on the small screen. While Ribisi's early work on television molded his later acting years, making the leap from youthful television actor to serious actor was not easy. The industry, as many child actors have keenly found, can be particularly brutal toward its youngest and most promising talents, making it extremely difficult to forge long-term careers. The complications of growing up in the professional cracks, compounded by the industry's crippling tendency to typecast youthful talent, posed significant hurdles for Ribisi to overcome. One of Ribisi's main obstacles was breaking free from the stereotypical child actor label. In the late 1980s and early 1990s, Hollywood allowed little room for young actors to shine in dramatic roles. The film industry preferred to see these performances through the lens of innocence and youth. In Ribisi's case, he had portrayed characters who were sweet, naive, and a bit goofy, which risked typecasting him as a character actor. He needed to change how casting directors and producers viewed him by demonstrating that he could portray more challenging and mature roles requiring a broader emotional range. This was when Ribisi's resilience and seriousness about his craft came to the forefront. He began seeking prominent roles that could push him out of his comfort zone and into uncharted territory. He needed to distance himself from child acting roles, lest he be permanently labeled as a child actor with no viable opportunities in the future. This led him to pursue a variety of television series and feature films where he could prove his acting credibility. Another significant challenge Ribisi faced was the stiff competition in Hollywood during this time. The late 1980s and early 1990s were a tough period, as nearly all young actors with talent were competing for the few available roles in films. Ribisi had to audition repeatedly alongside his peers, many of whom were also trying to transition from juvenile to adult roles to prove himself to casting directors. The pressure to stand out was immense, but it was his mix of charisma, vulnerability, and dedication that helped Ribisi succeed. The range of roles he could play, coupled with his willingness and ability to stretch as an actor, began to draw attention to his potential. However, each new role he took on added another layer to his skill set, bringing him ever closer to the breakthrough success that would eventually come with his recurring part on Friends. His early career was a series of ups and downs, setting the stage for the successful actor he would later become. Breakthrough with Friends. It was through his role as Frank Buffet Jr., the eccentric and partly odd half-brother of Phoebe Buffay, that Giovanni Ribisi emerged as one of the prominent figures on television, thanks to the wildly popular sitcom Friends. Although Ribisi had worked in Hollywood for years since childhood, appearing in various TV shows and films, it was his portrayal of Frank Jr. that gave purpose and meaning to that work. Only after this role did he truly begin to shine in a meaningful way that no other role had allowed him to before. The role of Frank Buffet Jr. spelled good luck for Ribisi. The part was written for the second season of the series and was intended to be that of an oddball yet lovable little brother who easily fit into the world of Phoebe Buffay, portrayed by Lisa Kudrow. It was Ribisi's ability to tap into Frank Jr.'s eccentricities while bringing warmth and vulnerability that made him an instant audience favorite. This perfect blend of hilarity and poignancy stood out within a show already overloaded with dynamic, much-loved characters. Ribisi was an audience darling from the start. Although he didn't have much screen time, Ribisi brought so much life to the character that Frank Jr. became more than just a comic relief figure or a background character. It was his clumsiness, genuine love for his sister, and lovable weirdness that added to the character's charm and made him so delightful to watch. One of Ribisi's most well-known storylines on Friends involves Frank Jr.'s relationship with Alice, an older woman whom he loves and eventually marries. The whole situation was both funny and endearing, and it demonstrated Ribisi's acting abilities, Perhaps most memorable is the episode where Frank Jr. learns he is going to be the father of triplets. Ribisi expertly balanced panic, joy, and disbelief to create a performance that was both humorous and touching. Frank Buffet Jr. made a significant contribution to the Friends world. While the central 6 characters dominated the storylines, characters like Frank Jr. added layers and depth to the show. Ribisi easily connected with the viewers, making Frank Jr. one of those rare recurring characters who lingered in memory long after his last appearance. This role was a breakthrough in Ribisi's career. Before Friends, he was a familiar face in Hollywood, but the role of Frank Buffet Jr. gave him widespread recognition. What the role highlighted was Ribisi's comic timing, relatability, and ability to bring a character to life with such authenticity. It opened doors for him, paving the way for more substantial and varied roles in both television and film. In many ways, his role as Frank Buffet Jr. put Giovanni Ribisi on the map, allowing him to make the successful transition from a working actor to a household name, and it would set the stage for what lay ahead, expanding his horizons. Ribisi's career progression from television to film was remarkable. It proved that he could handle a wide variety of roles, further cementing his status as one of Hollywood's most versatile actors. Following his breakout performance on Friends, Ribisi's next big roles were eagerly anticipated. One of Ribisi's most memorable roles in film came in 1998 when he played Wade, the soft-spoken and tender-hearted medic in Steven Spielberg's Saving Private Ryan. This was an aggressive, explosive portrayal of World War II, and Ribisi delivered an emotionally and physically challenging performance. As Wade, a character who was both vulnerable and brave, Ribisi garnered acclaim from both audiences and critics. In a film full of powerhouse performances, Ribisi stood out by bringing tender humanity to his role. The performance proved his ability to handle heavy drama and also introduced him to a wider audience, helping to build his career in Tinseltown. After Saving Private Ryan, Ribisi took on a different type of role in the 2000 movie Boiler Room. This fast-paced drama delved into the morally ambiguous world of stockbroking. Ribisi played Seth Davis, a young and ambitious man caught at the crossroads of personal ambition and the moral dilemmas of working for a corrupt firm. The role allowed Ribisi to explore the complexities of a character torn between ethical issues and personal gain. As Seth, he delivered an intense, truthful performance that not only demonstrated his ability to carry a film, but also showed he could convincingly portray a character grappling with deep internal conflicts. In 2000, Ribisi further demonstrated his versatility in the action film Gone in 60 Seconds, playing Kip Raines, the younger brother of Nicolas Cage's character. For this role, Ribisi immersed himself in the world of high-speed car theft, showcasing a different energy on screen. This was a significant departure from the dramatic roles in his other films, proving his adaptability and range as an actor capable of tackling everything from emotionally intense dramas to high-octane action films. Through these projects, Ribisi worked with high-profile directors like Steven Spielberg. This not only enhanced his credibility, but also gave him invaluable experience working alongside some of Hollywood's best talent. Collaborating with these directors helped Ribisi further develop his craft and sharpen his skills in an industry that is both highly competitive and constantly evolving. Breaking into directing and producing. As Giovanni Ribisi's acting career flourished, he developed a deeper interest in storytelling beyond his work as an usher. This led him to pursue directing and producing, allowing him to expand his creative vision and exercise his talents in new ways. Ribisi's move into directing and producing was a natural evolution of his artistic persona. Over the years, his experience playing a wide range of characters gave him a deep understanding of how stories are structured and how characters evolve. His attention to detail and commitment to authenticity in his acting carried over into his work behind the camera, where he approached each project with the same sense of realism and complexity. Ribisi has worked on several independent film projects, which allowed him to experiment with different genres and storytelling techniques. Independent films are often associated with creative risk-taking, and Ribisi embraced this opportunity to explore unconventional narrative structures and emotionally charged. As a director and producer, Ribisi is known for creating collaborative environments where creative ideas are not only welcome but encouraged. This approach adds depth to his projects and fosters a sense of camaraderie among the cast and crew, resulting in more organic and impactful storytelling. One of Ribisi's strengths as a filmmaker is his ability to balance artistic integrity with mass appeal. While he maintains a strong commitment to his personal vision, he also understands the importance of making stories accessible and engaging for a broad audience. This balancing act allows his work behind the camera to stand out, producing films that are both artistically fulfilling and universally relatable. Challenges and personal life. At a time when many actors are still finding their place and trying to stand out in Hollywood's unpredictable landscape, Giovanni Ribisi has built a career that defies the odds. Yet even with his success, Ribisi has faced challenges, especially after Friends ended. Ribisi's approach to stardom in an industry that thrives on the limelight is somewhat unconventional. While many actors seek media attention, Ribisi has consistently chosen a quieter, more inconspicuous path. He rarely attends Hollywood parties or appears in tabloids, a decision he has made deliberately. For Ribisi, it has always been about the craft, and he's determined to let his work speak for itself rather than his personal life. This choice hasn't always been easy. In an industry where public image often influences career prospects, Ribisi's low profile has, at times, made him less visible in the mainstream despite his critically acclaimed performances. Professionally, Ribisi faced the challenge of being typecast after his role as Frank Buffet Jr. on Friends. While the character made him a household name, it also posed the risk of being pigeonholed into similar quirky roles. However, Ribisi skillfully avoided this by taking on a diverse array of characters. From the war-weary medic in Saving Private Ryan to the morally conflicted stockbroker in Boiler Room, these decisions reflect his determination to grow as an actor and avoid being remembered for just one character. On a personal note, Ribisi's life has been colored by the challenges of maintaining a normal life while working in Hollywood. He has been involved in several high-profile relationships, one of the most notable being his marriage to British model Agnes Dane. The two married in 2012, though their union only lasted until 2015, when they divorced. Despite the difficulty of this period, Ribisi managed to keep much of their relationship and separation out of the public eye, adhering to his belief in maintaining privacy. Ribisi is also a loving father. From his first marriage to actress Mariah O'Brien, he has a daughter named Lucia, who is now an actress and interior designer. Ribisi has often spoken about how fatherhood changed him, grounding him amidst the craziness of Hollywood. He has placed importance on creating a stable and nurturing environment for his family, often choosing roles and projects that allow him to balance his professional commitments with being a father. Where is he now? While Giovanni Ribisi may not regularly appear in tabloids, his career continues to thrive as he surprises audiences with his versatility. In recent years, Ribisi has been involved in a range of projects that showcase his dedication to his craft. Among his most notable recent roles, he starred in the critically acclaimed TV series Sneaky Pete as Marius Josipovic, a con man who assumes his cellmate's identity to escape his old life. The show ran from 2015 to 2019 and earned Ribisi critical acclaim for his nuanced portrayal of a man constantly struggling to reconcile his deceptions with his desire for redemption. This performance reminded audiences of the depth Ribisi brings to his characters, whether as part of an ensemble or as a leading actor. Ribisi also reprised his role as Parker Selfridge in the 2022 sequel to James Cameron's Avatar, The Way of Water. This role demonstrates his continued commitment to ambitious, visually compelling projects, as well as his ability to move seamlessly between independent films and blockbuster franchises. Once again, Ribisi proved his versatility, bringing a sense of reality to even the most fantastical worlds. His work in Avatar showcases Ribisi's boundless talent and adaptability, cementing his status as one of Hollywood's most respected actors. In Hollywood circles, Ribisi is often referred to as a chameleon actor, someone who can disappear into his roles, letting his characters take center stage. This reputation has helped him maintain a long-lasting career, despite changes in the industry's trends. Ribisi has earned the admiration of his peers and a devoted following of fans who appreciate the depth and authenticity he brings to his work. Conclusion: Giovanni Ribisi's journey through Hollywood serves as a testament to his incredible range and talent. Beginning with a memorable appearance as Frank Buffet Jr. on Friends, Ribisi captured the hearts of millions with his peculiar, lovable character as Phoebe's half-brother. Though he only appeared in a few episodes, Frank Jr.'s eccentricity and warmth made a lasting impression on viewers. It was Ribisi's ability to infuse the role with pathos, comedy, and heart that made him as vital a part of the Friends world as anyone, even if he wasn't one of the central characters. What's truly impressive about Giovanni Ribisi, though, is how he took a role like that and parlayed it into a full-fledged acting career with both staying power and range. While for many Frank Jr. was a breakout moment, for Ribisi it was just one chapter in a much larger story. He didn't let that success pigeonhole him into inferior genre pieces or lock him into specific roles. Instead, he went on to portray a wide array of characters that firmly established him as a versatile actor, from the earnest medic in Saving Private Ryan to the morally conflicted broker in Boiler Room. Ribisi's ability to reinvent himself and tackle new challenges has become a hallmark of his career. He has consistently chosen roles that push him out of his comfort zone and has never been content with limiting himself to one niche. His work is a testament to his growth as an actor, whether in leading roles or supporting parts. Ribisi brings a commitment and authenticity that elevates every project he works on. Giovanni Ribisi's journey through Hollywood hasn't just been remarkable for the amount of quality work he's done, but also for the way he's navigated the treacherous waters of fame. While many of his peers have struggled to maintain balance in their lives, Ribisi has remained grounded and focused on perfecting his craft. He has managed to sidestep the pitfalls of fame that could have ensnared him, all while being a loving father. Balancing personal and professional success is one of the most challenging aspects of life in the entertainment industry, and it's precisely why Ribisi continues to be both respected and admired. Ultimately, Giovanni Ribisi's career has proven that he is much more than just Phoebe Buffay's quirky brother on Friends.